Hey guys, what's up? So it's a late Saturday night. I can't sleep. Been studying, taking a break from that. I do have a lot more reading to catch up on, but just trying to, relax. So I figured I'd do a video. A lot of people have been asking how I got into nursing school and how I got into my school's nursing program. Okay. I always knew I wanted to do nursing since my sophomore, junior year of high school. So ever since junior year, when I was in the LPN program for that year, I started working towards, looking at colleges, yada yada yada. I put down a bunch of schools: Stony Brook, Hunter, Binghamton. I wanted to go upstate, honestly, but that was too far, and my mom felt very comfortable with me being at Farmingdale, so that's where I ended up. Um, I was told to apply into the program through liberal arts and science. Well, apply to the school through liberal arts and sciences because nursing programs are so competitive. My counselor advised me, get into the school first, work your way into the program. So that's what I did. Not a terrible idea, except if you don't apply directly into my school's nursing program freshman year, you can't do the bachelor's program. I didn't know that. All right, whatever. Found that out. Hey, I can still get into a program here though, right? So I said next step would be to take anatomy. You know, I need to get those science prereqs out. I went to advisement. Now, first of all, I'm a freshman in college. I didn't even know how to go about advisement properly. Luckily, I'm in a program called the Education Opportunity Program, and what they do is they helped us out. So for 2 weeks over the summer, my freshman year, I got to come on campus, get to know people. I took my freshman seminar class, did orientation, all that good stuff. And it helped a lot. But in that process now, I went to advisement for my classes. That was like in July. Now, anybody who's a college student knows that honestly, as soon as the semester switches over, classes go up and you get into your classes ASAP as quickly as possible. I didn't know that. So here I am in advisement trying to get my anatomy class, trying to get my anatomy class. No open anatomy lectures, but they had one seat in an anatomy lab. You're not supposed to be able to get the lab without the lecture without the lab. How the lecture was closed and they had one open lab, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That being said, I couldn't take anatomy 1. Now, you can't take anatomy 2 without taking anatomy 1. So that whole year basically went down the drain in regards to me taking anatomy. Instead, I took a general bio class, I took statistics, I took a Spanish class, and I took a history class. Started off small, 12 credits, whatever, whatever. Um, wasn't bad my first year. I wished I was in anatomy because my original goal was going to be okay, but if I take anatomy my freshman year, maybe I can still transfer into the bachelor's program for my sophomore year. Obviously, that went down the drain. So I kept taking my prereqs now. What did I take my second semester freshman year? I didn't take a science class. I took a 4 credit history class, child psychology, if I'm not mistaken, Spanish 2, and an English class. Yeah, and I had an English class my first semester too. Um, Sophomore year, I took anatomy 1. Finally, I took anatomy. Another psych class, creative writing, something like that, and I think another history or something. I don't know. Second semester I took anatomy 2, I took chemistry, I took society and health, and I took, I believe, another psych class, honestly. Yeah, and I took abnormal psychology. And during that process now of my second year is when I took the pre-entrance exam. Because I passed anatomy 1 and everything. I was taking anatomy 2 in the process. I was like, okay, I can do this. Let me apply. Now, I applied to my school's nursing program, and I also applied to Hunter again, and I applied to the College of Staten Island, and I applied to Lehman College. Reason being, nursing programs are competitive. God forbid I didn't get into my school's program, I wouldn't be able to go here again. Like, I would graduate with my liberal arts and science degree and keep it pushing, find another school to go to for a nursing program. Um, thank God I did get into this program. It took a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of support from many different people around me, faculties, friends, family, like everybody was just pushing for me to, get into this program. Whatever it took to get this done, it got done. Like, I worked my butt off, went hard, had a lot of support from people, and took the pre-entrance exam. I don't remember my score right now. I don't have the paper in front of me, but I passed it because I'm in the program now. And that's how I got into my school's nursing program. Um, when I found out, I broke down in tears because it was really a hard journey getting here. There were so many things that did go wrong, so many things that could have gone wrong. Starting off with me not being able to take anatomy, me not being good at math, just 100 trillion things, but I worked so hard. So when I found out I got accepted, it was like a blessing from God. I was so happy. I was so grateful. My friends took me out to eat. They were taking me to the club. Like, it was just, everybody was so freaking happy and excited because anybody that knows me knows that this is something I'm very passionate about. I don't know what else I would do outside of nursing, to be totally honest. I really don't know. I mean, last year, before I knew I was in the program, I really had to think about it. What would you do aside from nursing? And I didn't know. I mean, one of my counselors and one of my mentors was telling me, maybe you could do physician's assistant. I guess. I don't want to be a doctor. No disrespect to physicians out there. I really don't. I like the nurse patient relationship more. Even with nurse practitioners to the patient. Nurse practitioner is very close to a physician, but that's just me. I want to be a nurse. Whoever feel a way about it, whatever. That was how I felt. I mean, I had some family members, you should just be a doctor. I don't want to be a doctor. It may sound crazy, whatever. Life goes on. You'll be okay. I want to be a nurse. And I mean, the only other thing I could think of doing after this was physician's assistant, maybe. But it wasn't an option as far as I was concerned. Other people were helping me to make that an option for me, but it wasn't an option for me. I think what I would have done, because I do have to dorm, I work better living on campus. My grades are way higher living on campus than me being at home. There are just a lot of people in my house. My little cousins, my brother, so many people. So much going on. I work better in my own room, on campus, doing me. It sounds crazy for a lot of people. Nah, that's how I work better. So I was gonna probably transfer into the bioscience program here if I didn't get into nursing, or I would have been at another school, point blank. And that's why it weighed so heavily on this. Because again, remember I said my mom felt comfortable with me dorming here. It would have had to be a thing where I either lived in an apartment in Brooklyn while I was going to a school in Brooklyn, or I would have had to move to another school that she wasn't comfortable with me being at, and I didn't want to do that. So, me working hard, prayer, and support from everyone around me definitely helped get me into this program. And I'm here, and I'm happy. So, yeah. I don't think I have a huge, great, fancy story like some of you might have wanted. The whole how'd you get into nursing school? This is how I got into nursing school. Y'all saw when I started to do my orientation videos. I mean, that was right after I knew I got accepted in. And, yeah. So, that's my story. I hope it was helpful, I guess. A bit more interesting than you guys would have thought. Trying to think, what else can I say? Yeah, chemistry was not easy, but I actually had a really great professor, so that was helpful. Statistics, I had a terrible professor. I passed that class by the skin of my teeth. I'm not even gonna lie. But what I did was offset that grade with another algebra math type grade. So that helped me get into the program. Um yeah, all that fancy. Yeah. That's how I did it, guys. So, like I said, this is just a video because I'm sitting here bored, don't know what to do with myself, can't get sleep, and yeah. Good night, everybody.